Just going back to the place here in Macedonia for a minute. Gonna have a quick shower and then head back to Ontario. Gonna get up tomorrow and train all the babies. I'm gonna train brace for landing in the race bike, and then right after that we're gonna come back over here. Amy and the kids are coming over for the weekend. It's a long weekend this weekend, Easter weekend for everybody, so we're gonna come over here and hang out together, go do some stuff. But today we're going to talk about what took place this morning at Northfield Park. Pretty good day across the board. Qualifying, I had a schooler also, and oh my gosh. So let's start from the top. Swinging Senorita, I thought I'd get up and won. For those of you watching the videos, I couldn't tell. Obviously, I was second, but man, a great qualifier from her. I told everybody she was going to come back with a very strong qualifier, and she did that. Got away in the 2-hole behind Truly Relentless, who was a very, very good filly last year, and looks like she's going to be a good filly again. This is her first qualifier of the year. Chris Lems ended up on the front. I ended up behind him. I didn't know who Ronnie Gillespie had. He had that good Buckeye filly from last year that made all the money in the Fairs and the Buckeye. He ended up coming first over and getting up and winning, and I shot through the inside. She finished up very, very good. Very strong qualifier. Much, much better. I think only verifies my concerns from last week. What happened? The qualifier was okay, but I knew what had happened last week. She stretched out a little bit in her schooler. No big deal. We've been running fluids on her and working on her back all week, and she was awesome today. Very, very good today. Next was Tailgate Buzz. I just wanted to go a mile and 58. I thought he finished up strong. They have him charted 31. I don't want to disagree. I think sometimes the charting's off a little bit. 31. I thought he was better. My only dig for the whole thing, I thought he was slipping in the flip-flops, and maybe his hobbles were a little tight. And as I said to Jason, I don't care. We're going to qualify him twice anyway. But we're going to change him. We had put some mushroom bars on horses over here. The first pair we'd put on that we used this year was on Brace for Landing, and he just felt like he could get a little hold of that deep track at Stutzman's way better than the flip-flops. So, I want to get a car wash. So, So we changed a couple of them over here that way. The first one we changed, it was Mo Power Baby, quite a bit better today than she was last week also. So Tailgate Buzz, we're going to put those bars on them. I know, Jason says, and it's true. You get in a state of mind where you just want to use the same thing on the horses. And, if it works, it works. And we use flip-flops on lots of horses, and we're going to leave flip-flops on plenty of horses. But in this case, when I feel that same feeling, like they're just kind of spinning their wheels a little bit, I am going to make a change. So I said to Jason, we sat down and talked about it, and he said, well, the mushroom bars work good on the other filly. You just want to try those? I said, sure, sounds good to me. So we'll put the mushroom bars on Tailgate Buzz and go back again next Thursday. Now, we'll draw his blood tomorrow. We've been scoping a bunch of them today also. I haven't got the full report on the whole 6 that went today, but I did get a couple of them. Back, and we'll talk about those as we go along. Tailgate Buzz, I had not got back yet. Swinging Senorita, I did. She showed just a trickle of blood also. Enough that you'd say, well, you could treat her or dry her up. And I said to Jason, what are we going to do when it's 8 trillion degrees in Scioto in the summer? We may as well just go ahead and put her on Lasix. Now what we'll do, we'll train her up a little bit before we, pull the trigger on the Lasix with her. But I think that's the route to go with her. Once in a while last year we saw the odd fleck of blood in her throat, and you think to yourself, maybe it's just the heat, allergies, whatever, and it could be. But if you can help it, it should always help, and that's exactly what we're going to do with Swinging Senorita. Tailgate Buzz, I'll wait for the report on the scope from him, and then we'll draw his blood tomorrow also. We come back with Mo Power Baby. Yeah, she got beat, but Mo Bay and those horses are, one, a little bit older, and two, a little bit show miles in 55, 56. Mo Power Baby's a maiden now, whereas a one-type filly. I thought the mile in 58 today was good. My only dig for her today was she was a little grabby. I had to put her on the front. I would have liked to drop her in the 2-hole. She was just a little grabby and a little hot, and I said, step 1, get her qualified. We'll worry about everything else after. Maybe we'll open her up to a can't see back bridle, and not much more we can do. Maybe put the Crit Davis back in her mouth too, because she's hogging on her head check a bit, and she's running in. She's getting a little hot. Just minor tweaks, I think. But as I talk out loud, maybe go to a Crit Davis, maybe do a Can't See Back Bridle, and then we'll see how controllable she is after that. She wasn't out of her mind crazy, but she was a little more grabby than I'd like. But a good mile, 58 and 4, 31, 30 and a piece, something like that on the end of it. Thought it was okay, and the two that beat her were no slouches. Fourth was Austral. He was awesome. I wanted to go on 58, but he did show a little bit of blood also. Now, obvious argument would be, well, he could have bled last week when he had that hot training trip. He was very quiet and behaved today. He could have. All right, so again, what do we do in Philadelphia when it's 7,000 degrees and the rocks are melting around us in the heat of the day? Is he likely to bleed a bit? Probably, yes. So again, we'll requalify him, but we'll requalify him on Lasix next week. Otherwise, absolutely great day. Behaved, sat well, attacked well. I knew they were going lots up front. Those are two good horses also, by the way. The Jet Horse and Black Magic, two very good horses in their own right. So certainly a great qualifier from him. But I guess the show of the day, the entire qualifying day, was Patrick. I said to Jason, between that one training trip and the galloping sessions, he said the hobbles on him. His hobbles on, not since his last charted line. But he said, as I said, you guys want to know how much cardio comes from running. Well, there you go. Ear hood, earplug, snake cord on today. Just sat and played with them and then drove away at the wire. You could see him switch his tail at the wire, just tap him on the tail, and he took off again, going under the wire a mile in 55, 28 seconds on what turned out to be kind of a cold day, honestly. A great qualifier for him. We'll come back again with him once more and qualify him. I thought he was great. I thought the horse qualified very, very good today. I don't want to see better than I thought because, the sky's the limit for a horse as talented as him, but pretty gratifying qualifier. Very, very happy with the way he looked. And actually, no complaints with, oh my gosh. We schooled him on Lasix because he bled last week. Made just a tiny, tiny shoeing change with him. And he schooled a lot better. Mile and 2-1, which wasn't outstanding in its own right. It wasn't a standalone fantastic mile, but the way he did it was improved. Good at the gate, wasn't as rough in the straightaways. Little rough, but not as rough in the straightaways. Did his work well. I was happy with every single horse that qualified today, and not often you can say that. No concerns, top to bottom, from all 6 that went behind the gate, officially or unofficially, today. So now, as I said, I'm going to jump in the shower, have a quick shower, head back to Ontario, see the kids and Amy when I get home. Jesus, 2 o'clock? My God. See the kids and Amy when I get home, and then get up and do it all again. Literally do it all again tomorrow in another country. Train, get in the car, and come back to Ohio. But you know what? I don't mind. Get to hang out with the kids, maybe go swimming this weekend. It should be a lot of fun for us. So with that, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to talk to you all very, very soon. I hope you had a great day. And tune in tonight. Good luck to all my partners with Horn Player. Take care.